morning from our garden in Alentejo, Portugal. Thanks for being here. So this video is going to be quite basic, not my usual videos. I'm having a lot of problems with my phone keeping charge, and I record and edit and store everything on my phone. So I'm afraid that I won't get the full video done this weekend that I wanted to get out. So I wanted to just take you for a little tour of what's growing in the garden, give you a little garden update. All right, so here we are at the entrance of the garden. We have a bougainvillea, and in here is orange cosmo flowers. Then you walk over the little fence, and I kind of downsized all of my pots that I was growing seeds and just stuck with the ones that were growing. So we have chamomile, which the leaves don't look like chamomile to me, so I'm questioning if that is actually chamomile now. This is wormwood. I don't remember what's in here. This is mugwort and lemongrass. Then over here we have an elderberry tree, two of them. This is an Inca corn and cosmo flowers. We have two apricot trees that we started from seed, and then one little orange cosmo. Then in the planter, the strawberries have not been doing well. I don't know if any of you have any tips for strawberries, but we haven't had any yield at all. Of course, right when I say that, I see a flower growing, so that's good. We've been watering it more, so maybe that's helping. But also in here is a rosemary. I planted a melon. There's a lemon verbena little plant that all through winter and spring was very crowded by all the overgrowth in here. So hopefully now with the sun it's gonna get bigger. This is a boldo plant. Another melon. Another rosemary, chard. The other day I came in here and I sprinkled zinnia seeds and maybe a little bit of arugula too. I feel like it's quite soon for the zinnias to pop up. I just kind of threw a bunch in there thinking it will give shade once it grows. So that was the thought process on that. Then in this bed, our last video, I showed you how I took out the middle peas and replanted. So there was like a tiny bit of growth of the new peas, like for this one, for example. But other than that, it didn't work. And in the meantime, I think it was Bandito, one of the roosters came in and dug up all the strawberries. So I removed all the fava beans, all the peas in the middle, and I decided to plant all of my watermelon and other melon seedlings that I had started in pots in here. So that's what I did. I also threw down some arugula seeds in here and also zinnias. So hopefully that soon will give more shade to this bed. I used the old peas as mulch for now, but I mean, almost all the beds need better mulching, but working with what we got. So this is the second bed. I did have a loofah growing in here, but it stopped working. So recently I planted a mullein seed in there to see if I could get a mullein plant. This we left wild because it looks like it's in the mint family and the bees are loving it. So leaving that for all of our bee friends. As you can see, I came in and cleared out all of the peas in here. I planted now beans, and yeah, I planted a couple different types of beans. I planted mung beans and bush beans, I think they're called. I had also planted a little tomato seedling that started, but I think only one of them is actually taking. The other two died. There's the tomato seedling. Here is one of the beans growing up. So yeah, this one is like kind of boring right now because, yeah, it's still doing its thing. Here we have mint and a sunflower. This bed needs better mulching for sure. The lettuce, little by little, is going away. All of that is calendula. So I'm excited for those to bloom. It's going to be super pretty. This is our nice lemon verbena tree that's just thriving, and it has beautiful flowers right now. Some marigolds. I had originally planted tomatoes in here, but I don't think any of them took. So I had intentionally planted the marigolds with the tomatoes, but they didn't work. This is an artichoke. I don't know if any of you know, but it seems to just be kind of stunted in growth. I don't know if I didn't plant it early enough, and so now it's just overgrowing. But if anyone has any tips for artichokes, that'd be helpful. And then this is a aubergine eggplant plant. And just the other day I came in and threw down some Asian green seeds in here as well. So again, hopefully to get more of that living mulch. This bed I love, it's so pretty. We have our cosmos growing. We have lots and lots of spaghetti squash, as you can see. And we have a round zucchini that I need to pick and maybe make for dinner for us tonight. We do have a couple tomato plants growing in here. One there and one right here. Again, more cosmos. This big guy is a chard plant that bolted, and now I'm just letting it go to seed because I'm almost out of the rainbow chard seeds. So I've never seen a chard plant go to seed, so I'm playing with that, and it's super cool because it's giving shade and it's just a beast. Here's another round zucchini plant. I think there's one little baby one growing. So cute. There it is. And then another spaghetti squash that's starting to kind of climb up the fence. I had planted beans in here to hopefully get them to climb up the fence, but none of them seemed to want to do that. So I did come in a couple nights ago and I planted more chard seeds in here as well. So the next bed, we have these two things are beets, and then yesterday I came in or the day before I came in and planted more beet seeds and also some radish seeds. In the middle we have a couple of tomatoes. I planted more, but not all of them worked. In the middle, all of this is, I'm pretty sure it's hyssop. I planted hyssop seeds. And I also planted catnip, so I'm pretty sure it's hyssop. Then along that side is the cantaloupes, which I'm so excited about. It's such a yummy fruit, and they really look like they're doing well, and with time they're gonna create more and more shade and again be like that living mulch situation. I feel like I maybe came in and planted a couple more things in here. I know in one of these beds I planted a couple, I can only think of it in French, petit marron, so like little pumpkins. And then I think in this last bed I put in some seeds for butternut squash. So this is the last bed. We have giant sunflowers growing. So cool, they're enormous. And then I'm pretty sure this is a physalis because I did plant physalis. And if that is what it is, that's exciting because I've tried now every year to get it going and it just never quite takes. This I have no idea what it is. I had also planted ashwagandha in this, but I don't think that's what this is. So is anyone good at plant ID? We have 1, 2, 3 of them, 4 of them. In the middle we also have oregano that I transplanted. I had it in a little kind of planter, and now I put it in there and it's going to flower. I think the flowers look beautiful. Then we have this gorgeous plum tree that's doing really well. All these roses that are also doing really well. We planted these from just cuttings of our friend's roses 2 years ago, or no, a year ago. So that's exciting. You can have beautiful roses in 1 year just from a cutting. Then John kind of rearranged the seeding area here in this pot. This is the first seed that we ever planted. It's a jacaranda tree. Then we have loofah, and then a couple sunflowers. Then over here, our pomegranate tree that has its first flowers. Looks like one of them dropped. And then this is coming back to life. We had originally bought this thinking it was an elderberry tree, so we asked for, and it's not. It's something else. And then last but not least, not this. John left this growing high like that for the birds, but we'll probably cut it down soon. And then there we have our mulberry tree in her glory. Yeah, so that is the garden. Again, this was all overgrown, and we had originally planned to remake the sun shape that we had made last year, but this year I think we're trying to just be a little bit more smart. Since we don't have all of the water set up yet, it's a lot of work to by hand water everything, so trying to really concentrate our watering efforts on the planter and the 6 beds. So just throwing in as much as we can into those beds and sticking with that. So there you have it. That's what's growing in our garden at this moment. Thank you for taking a walk in the garden with me, and see you soon. Take care. Bye.